Is BulbaCards a store you can trust? Who is BulbaCards? What is BulbaCards? Well, simple answer, that's me. I'm a one-man show here, minus the wife and the kid who also help out. So I wanted to make this video today, show you what is BulbaCards, how we got started, what is our goals, as well as the future roadmap of this channel, and how you can help be a part of that. Because this channel and our store relies on you guys to help build it. So I want it to be tailored towards you. So stick around so I can get your feedback at the end of this video of what you would like to see on this channel and maybe some store stuff as well. So where do we start? How did BulbaCards start? So originally, BulbaCards wasn't going to be a store. I had to come up with a name to get a distributor. Well, why would you want to get a distributor if you don't plan on getting a store? Well, that's an excellent question. So, why did I decide to get a store? Well, I am a jiu-jitsu instructor first time primarily. I run a bully awareness program for kids. That is my passion in life. I love teaching kids, giving them a better life that I did not have as a kid growing up. Now, I also love teaching adults and just like beating each other up. I used to be an MMA fighter for a living, and now I do this for a living. So that's a little bit about how I started. Now, I had students who were struggling to find product. I told them in our character development talk at the end of class, I liked Pokemon growing up. So one of the kids gave me a booster pack for my birthday. How sweet, right? I told the mom, like, oh, hey, I really appreciate you guys getting this for me. She said, oh yeah, not a problem. It was so crazy though. We went to Walmart and like a group of grown adults shoved our kid down and wiped off the shelf. I looked at her like, wow, that's horrible. Someone should do something about that. The kid looked up at me and goes, why don't you? I go, you keep talking smack, I will, and I choked him. So, a true story, actually. I still send him photos when we get, like, pallets. I'm talking about, like, pallets of stuff. I'll sit on top of it and do this and be like, keep talking smack, right? Now, to be fair, he gets very good deals on products, so. But the original goal, now, real quick, when was this? This was before the COVID boom. So this was a few months before COVID, so it was 2021, I believe. 2021 turning right into 2022, something like that. Now, again, the goal was never to start a store. I just had to come up with a name for the business so I can get a wholesale distributor. I wanted Sandy cards, but that sounds kind of dirty, right? Then there's Pika cards, which I originally set up on our eBay, and then I found out in Portuguese that's a name for something else that we're not going to mention on this channel. So you don't want my wife's Brazilian family to freak out about that. So my wife's favorite Pokemon was Bulbasaur. So we went with BulbaCards. We were the first store, and only store I'm pretty sure, named BulbaCards. I think there's some guy on TikTok who started a TikTok like 2 years ago. I actually tried messaging him and purchasing his TikTok from him so we could have the BulbaCards name. He wouldn't give it to us, or I actually, to be fair, I don't think he ever responded. I don't think he's active anymore. I think he had a pretty good following, a couple tens of thousands. He just do Let's Plays and stuff like that, but could never get a hold of him. But that is our store name. We were the first. And so I got in with the distributor. And when we got that, all of our only goal was to get the kids at the gym wholesale product. So I didn't make any profit on it. As long as the credit card fees were paid, the parents got it. And at that time, you could still go on distributor's website and order pretty much anything at that time. So at that time, there was still some product on the website. It wasn't crazy yet where like it was emptied, but it was like small things like decks, stuff like that. No booster boxes or anything. So I started just giving them that. Then like within 2 months, that's when COVID hit. And in Illinois, they said, hey, you gyms, never opening again. Okay. This is all I've done for 10 years at that point. I've been doing it for 17 years now, then 15 years of teaching. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? So at that point, I decided, oh, maybe we should start selling online a bit. That's when I started up our TCG player store. Now, at that time, product was scarce, but you can check out this video in the comments section that actually talks about how we went from only having $100 to making this a full-blown business. But we'll just go watch that video and we'll skip over that. So, when we decided to open the store, we started to focus on Instagram, and that's how you saw our Instagram pop up. It was just regular posting. We did that quite a bit. Well, something you will learn about me is I hate social media. I literally only do the social media stuff because I have to as a business owner. For this and for the gym, I have to post every day, and it drives me nuts. My first taste of social media was when I published my book, Monsters Can't Love. So we did a Kickstarter to fund the book. And as soon as we hit the necessary amount we needed, I immediately got off social media. I had people contact me like, hey, did this project fail? I haven't seen anything from you. I was like, no, I just don't want to post anymore. I hate it. It's super stressful. It's very time consuming. A lot of people don't realize that. So we built up our Instagram during that time. I believe we got to like 2,000, 3,000 followers. And then that's when we opened the gym, and I immediately, because I had to do both social media accounts, I immediately quit focusing on the BulbaCards social media account. But before that, we did start a YouTube channel. I think we only got to like 200 subscribers with like 10 videos. It was actually the YouTube that got me to open the gym back up. At that time, we had moved to North Carolina, and prices were super expensive, and I thought it was going to be impossible to open a gym because you're talking about retail space here is anywhere from 8 to 10 grand a month. I live in Illinois, where our rent we paid per month was $300 for 1,200 square foot with water and electric included. So when we moved out here, it was shocking, the prices, and the money I saved up to open a gym wasn't enough. And I'm like, dude, you mess up once with 10 grand rent, you're under. And then I started doing the YouTube, and I was like, I want to be world-class at YouTube, doing character development talks like I am with jiu-jitsu. And I kept saying that when I was making videos and trying to learn it. And at that time, you know, I'm just stuck at home living while my wife's going to work, and I like to have a purpose in life, right? I want to feel like I'm doing something meaningful. And, you know, it's tough learning a new skill. I just kept telling myself, I want to be world-class at this. I want to be one. And then finally it hit me. I was like, I already am at world-class at something, and I impact people's lives positively. So finally, I just pulled the trigger on the opening the gym. I sold off half of BulbaCards, not like the legal speaking. I just sold off half our inventory and didn't rebuy our inventory. And that's what actually allowed me to open the gym. And then that took off faster than I expected, and then I had to kind of back away from BulbaCards because one, you know, with the gym, I can make $120 an hour doing a private lesson, or I can make a 1% margin on a pack of booster boxes that might get stolen and I lose money on. So I focused a little more on the gym at that time. Now, I kept the card shop because coming home, working on the card shop, growing inventory is way funner than coming home playing video games and letting my brain rot. So I enjoy this as for fun. I literally run the card shop just for some giggles, okay? So this is just fun for me, and I think it's healthy for me, and one day it can turn into something, which is kind of the goal right now. I want us to get to, so because of that, we kind of had to back off a little bit and regroup before we could really dive into this. And then we built a house. That's why you guys been seeing so much construction. It's a brand new house we just built. I had an upstairs installed that was unfinished by the builders. That way I could keep the card shop there instead of, we had a warehouse before that we used. So this saves us money. But then it also gives me easier access to product and getting orders done with me being so busy at the gym now. And that's why you've seen me be able to get back into this. Before, I'd have to drive to get there to do anything. So I couldn't put the time in. And now I can. Now, one of my goals is to get the card shop more sustainable so the wife can stay home with our new baby. And to do that, I just need a steady income from the card shop, and that's kind of hard to really know what's happening because we're in a big boom period right now, and it makes it hard. Yeah, I can look at my numbers of, oh, we're doing fantastic, right? But the question is, will we be when things go back to normal? And that's hard to tell because when we were doing it before, you're talking about 1 to 3% margins. But before we really backed off, it was still kind of popping with Crown Zenith. Scarlet and Violet is when we start focusing on the gym more, and anything that didn't sell, I just used revenue from the gym to purchase and sit on because I didn't care. I wasn't going to take a loss on it. I had the money, and so I was fine. But if she's not working and I'm covering everything, now it's like, all right, we need it to turn a profit regularly. And right now, if I go off the numbers we're making right now, thanks to you guys, we'll be great, and we can continue growing the store. But once it goes back down to normal, I don't know. It's not because it's bad, but it's just I don't have anything to base it off of. So basically, all I can do right now is to push as hard as I can. Push our YouTube as far as we can. Push our Instagram as far as we can. Why do you need Instagram and YouTube? Excellent question. So for a shop, people want to see the face. I know it's not the prettiest face, but people want to see this. I don't know why, but I think it makes them feel more comfortable, seeing who they are buying from online versus some shady corporation or shady person who may be scamming them. Someone who's willing to show their face is typically less likely to scam you because they don't want to get caught. If I was buying from something that looked like this, I'd be more sketched out. But for some reason, you guys aren't. So I appreciate it. So that's why you've been seeing the YouTube so much more. Now, I've been getting in the flow and making it easier for me, less stressful, and being able to make a lot of videos I'm enjoying, like the cardboard briefings. I love those. Those are a lot of fun. Some of those shorts you see where I'm making jokes with it. I love that stuff. Just the boring, informative stuff I don't like as much, so I like to throw humor in. That's who I am. I'm joking 24/7. I'm the least serious person you'll ever see. So that brings us to what is the plan of the channel now, okay? So the channel is starting to get a little smoother. I'm starting to figure out our niche, and we have a few different styles of videos I like to produce. One, news. Bring you guys the latest news of Pokemon content. These are typically shorter. They're a little easier to make because it's literally just news. I'm just reading off the news. I don't have to come up with a big detail character development moment for you guys or anything. Just let you guys know the news. The second video types we do is content breakdown, right? What's coming out in the next set, what cards are going to be in it, and what are pricings, okay? Those I would like to keep going. However, I would like to combine those with the cardboard briefings because I don't like to give pricing on the market. I like going off MSRP when I'm giving you guys an upcoming set. Then I do market pricing after. We call those the retrospective videos, okay? So the before you buys, I think I'm gonna combine those with the joke videos, the cardboard briefings, because a lot of times booster boxes, ETBs, check lane blisters, that's gonna be in every single set. So there's no point of really going over that every single time, and MSRP don't changes. And then we only cover a few top cards. So I think we can make the cardboard briefing videos more valuable to you guys by adding the before you buy to it. But then it also makes the before you buys more enjoyable versus it almost being the same video every time. So that's kind of my plan on that one. So comment down below. Do you think that would be a good idea? Do you like the before you buys to be very simple like that? Straightforward, even though it can be repetitive type of video. Or would you like to see the humor pushed in on it, like in the cardboard briefings, but with it being informative as well? Let me know down below. And then we also we just talked about the retrospectives, and I would like to rank older sets more. So we've done that with a few, but I would like to all the way back from number one and just rank every set and give you guys comparisons of sets so you know what to look for in the set, but also as a series as well. We did that. It was one of my favorite videos to make. It was the top sets of Scarlet and Violet. Those, however, take a lot of effort. So those I typically like to take a little more time to make. The last few weeks, I haven't got to make one of those because it's been more about getting video content ahead of schedule. I would like to have 4 videos made and ready to be published. With how busy my schedule is with a new baby, having those trying to record a video each day is kind of tough. And I've been really focusing a lot on script writing lately. So having those videos in my pocket already, it's a little easier for me to get editing and publish those. So now I can spend more time on a big, valuable video like that. Up until the last week, I haven't been able to because we had sheetrockers here, right? And then we had installation people here. We've had a bunch of workers coming in and out, so that disrupted my flow. But now we're on track. So now I can start producing that content with a lot more value in it. I'm really looking forward to that. That's kind of the roadmap for this channel. Have videos in my back pocket that can be published anytime. For instance, we have one right now sitting that's ready to be published when I can't get down and edit something like news, called the 10 Top Myths of Pokemon Card Collecting. So you might see that be dropping relatively soon. And then I also do like the shelf talks, right? When I'm just packing something, I take the shelf and I want to speak to you guys. Those are also very valuable videos because I don't have to edit it very much. I don't have to write up a script. I can just sit down and talk with you guys. So I like those, but I also don't like talking about the market just every single day in negativity. There's hundreds of videos you guys go watch of everyone complaining and being negative. I don't like that as much. I'd rather be positive and give you guys something that can value you, that can improve your life. So the roadmap, news videos, okay? Straightforward news, just let you know when the latest thing's coming out, and a little bit about it, right? Product breakdowns with humor. Then retrospectives. After a week or two of a set release, and let's go back and look where the market is, because that's usually when things settle. And then ranking old video sets, right? While maintaining and keeping the shelf talks and how to start a Pokemon card business. I worry a little bit. Those are too broad of video types. So let me know. Do you feel like, are you someone who watches each one of those? Are you someone only watching one type of those videos? Our numbers and analytics are doing pretty well. They're not like outstanding where we've gone viral or anything, but from all my research, we got consistent growth, and it's going well. But I need your guys' feedback to know, are we headed the right way? Are there one type of videos you haven't liked that kind of makes you back away from the channel? Let me know. Or is there one video that really gets you excited and you come in? Let me know what your favorite video has been in the comment section, and let me know your least favorite video. That will be very valuable information for me, and if you like this channel, subscribe, but let me know, because that will help us grow, and that will help you be part of BulbaCards. So, until next time, I'll see you guys soon.